Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. My name is Mitch, and I'm an alcoholic, and I have your daily reflections for today. This comes from the Daily Reflections book of reflections by AA members for AA members. But again, this works in everyday life as well. Um, this is for September 23rd, titled "I Was an Exception." He, Bill W., said to me gently and simply, "Do you think that you're one of us?" That comes from the Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book, page 413. And it continues. During my drinking life, I was convinced I was an exception. I thought I was beyond petty requirements and had the right to be excused. I never realized that the dark counterbalance of my attitude was the constant feeling that I did not belong. At first in AA, I identified with others only as an alcoholic. What a wonderful awakening for me it has been to realize that if human beings were doing the best they could, then so was I. All of the pains, confusions, and joys they feel are not exceptional, but part of my life just as much as anybody's. I love this one because there's been times where I will feel like I am different from other people, which I've thought before I even was really delved deep into my alcoholism. That's what really helped me cope with my anxiety and my feelings of wanting to fit in. And it did loosen me up a little bit, but obviously it's a horrible thing to try to do, to try to fit in, is to be drunk all the time to cure your anxieties. But then also in AA, I would find myself, and in recovery in general, judging other people sometimes, thinking I'm different than that person. I would never do that. How could they drink a whole bottle in one night when I would just drink a whole 24 pack in one night? We try to find these ways, and we take inventory on other people to try to make ourselves feel better. We also kind of thrive off relapses. I've noticed in recovery, there would be people in rehab where someone would fall, someone that had a bunch of sobriety, and it would be the talk of the town, and it was truly disgusting to me because it's never cool when someone relapses. And this is a move where people just love that feeling because it makes them feel stronger about themselves, when you need to change your perception of that. And you could just use the aspect of why it's good to see someone on their first day of quitting drinking, or a newcomer, and use that as motivation and help them, instead of thinking you're better than them, because that's just a twisted sense of thought, and it's really you feeding your ego, still thinking you're different than other people. We are all the same, and we have one common denominator, and that is alcoholism and addiction. And we need to help each other. That doesn't mean we're all best friends and we all need to hang out with each other, but when we're in this community together, we do help each other. We help the newcomer, and we can't sit there and think we're so much better than other people. We are all equal. We are all the same. We all have our faults. We all make mistakes. Let's try not to just judge people. Let's seriously, though, trying to think we're better than other people will be our downfall, because then we're going to stop going altogether, and we start doing that. We rely on ourselves, and that's when we go back to relying on self. And I'm sure we can all remember before, relying on ourselves does not end up very well. We need to have some sort of support and help and connection with other people. So that's what I got from that one. Again, this whole month is pretty much about helping other people. And also, there's a cool quote I'd found. It says, once you accept someone for what they truly are, they will truly surprise you by being better than you ever expected. Good old perception. I also got a little bit I wanted to read out of this other book I've been reading called The Daily Stoic. It's like daily reflections, but for some good perceptions. Author is Ryan Holiday. It's not AA, but I use this as well to help me get a better perception on things, and read it every morning to get some positive motivation, and help train my brain, because that's what we're doing. We're training our brains to live a new life, and it's great. And I've got like 615 days, I believe now, and it does become automatic almost. These thoughts, like the thought will pop in my head still to drink, but I automatically, it's like gone, you know? Not setting any reservations to try to do it, and I definitely have before, but I'm not cured by any means. So here's some cool stuff I found from the September 3rd meditation. It says, therefore, the mind freed from passions is an impenetrable fortress. A person has no more secure place of refuge for all time. And that's from Marcus Aurelius, and from his meditations. I suggest you read him. He's great. I'm sure you guys have all heard of him. And also it continues, Bruce Lee once made an interesting claim. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, he said, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. When we repeat an action so often it becomes unconscious behavior, we can default to it without thinking, which is so true. And like I was just saying, we become automatic when we do this. So I know how hard each day is. The first year is pretty tough, and it can be tough. It's different for everyone, but you know, those thoughts will pop back into your mind, and you just got to get through it, that one day at a time. And just think of it as that one day you're getting through. You're just getting closer and closer to whoa, these birds, closer and closer to having that automatic reaction. We're retraining our brain, and our brain, they're computers, you know, they do a lot of stuff. And I've said that before as well, where it's, I think 95% of our bodies are in automatic mode. You know, they're doing things that we don't even control, the breathing, the blinking, even moving. And we know at work we get into repetitive motions, and we could just do things and you don't even realize you're doing it. Driving home blacked out drunk, I've used that before because that one's not cool, but it's pretty odd when you think about it. And it also continues, when Marcus says that a mind can go to a place where it won't do anything contrary to its own will, even if its position is irrational. There we go. What he means is that proper training can change your default habits. Train yourself to give up anger, and you won't be angry at every fresh slight. Train yourself to avoid gossip, and you won't get pulled into it. And I notice that a lot. I'm still guilty. Sometimes we get into that gossip thing, and it's really just it's pretty petty and lame. And you do start to realize when you start to try to not do that, you really notice that like 80% of conversations are like negative and talking bad about other people. And man, can we just say positive things? It's very strange that we tend to bitch more than we say positive things. And I am definitely guilty of this. These things that I say, I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about myself in general, because this all is very relatable to me, just the same as it hopefully is to you. Train yourself on any habit, and you'll be able to unconsciously go to that habit in trying times. Think about which behaviors you'd like to be able to default to if you could. How many of them have you practiced only once? Let today be twice. The one day at a time thing, like Bruce Lee said with the practicing one kick 10,000 times. That's the same thing, you know, do that one thing over and over again. We've done that with drinking as well, you know. I've had multiple recoveries before, and I would, you know, quit, and I've had some time and then think I figured it out. So that was me just practicing that once and then trying to say I got it. Really, you got to practice it every day. Do it, do it, do it. I was talking to the Uber guy the other day, and I'm just like, you know, I'm very transparent about my problems, my addictions. I don't go into exact details, but it's good to share that with people. And I was just telling him how I tried, and I messed up every time. I'll be 39 in April. And my whole drinking career, every time I've quit and went back to it, bad. Every time something bad, bad, bad. It's not going to figure itself out. I just am an alcoholic. I can't just drink one drink. I'll never be able to drink just one drink. And even if I do, and I pretend I'm fitting in with people that don't know I'm an alcoholic, in my mind, I know I'm an alcoholic, and I'm hiding it. And I'm just secretly thinking about, I want that next drink. I want that next drink. And hurry up and finish your drink because I want to get another without looking like an alcoholic. We just have to accept that, and that's that. Uh, you know, that's the acceptance. We have to accept what we are. I love all you guys. I hope you gained some knowledge from this, as I have, and I appreciate the comments I get on these. You guys seriously help me a lot. Thank you so much. It's just nice knowing that it's connecting with people, and I hope you all have a very wonderful day. I love you all, one day at a time. God bless you. Peace out.